at a meeting this morning, and so we wanted to make sure that they were able to access it. So thank you for coming this morning. Welcome. I know it's early, and well, I guess it's not too early anymore now, but we are going to run through the new PBIS reward system pretty quickly this morning. If you have any questions, if you want to just hang on to them at the end, we'll have a little time for questions. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of run through everything, and then hopefully by the end of this time, you will be able to award points. You'll be able to log in to PBIS Rewards. You'll be able to award points to students. You will have groups of students assigned in your PBIS Rewards, and you'll know how to access our school store. So those are kind of the outcomes. And then I'm also going to be showing you the video that is going to be used to launch the system to the students, which I'm very excited about. It's my first Powtoon video, so I was very excited about how it turned out. So thank you to Sally for the tip. So let's go ahead and get started. So obviously at Crestview, we were using the 3 Bs and red tickets, but because we're in distance learning, we're not able to hand out those red tickets to students. And so we, as the PBIS team said, we need something, right? We need to get kids excited about school. We need to give them a reason to come to school and to stay on to those Google Meets. And so we are using PBIS Rewards as that tool. So this will be the launch video that will be pushed out to students and families. So if you want to watch, can you hear it? Oh, can you guys hear that? No, because it has to do with how I'm sharing. So I'm sorry. This is
so you have to.
This is the first time that I've done this, so I have to stop sharing, right?
Yep, you have to share the tab and not the full screen.
Window. Yep. All right, so I'll stop sharing that. I forget because I'm sharing a tab. All right, here we go. All right.
Now it's good.
Hey, Crestview Cardinals, Ms. Bevins here, bringing you the new PBIS Rewards program. Let's get started by clicking the PBIS Rewards app in your Clever account. PBIS Rewards is an online red ticket system. Your teacher will award you points using their phone, iPad, or computer. You can access your PBIS Rewards using an iPad, Chromebook, or phone. By simply clicking the PBIS app in your Clever account, you will be able to view your points and have access to your school and classroom stores. So what is PBIS? It stands for Positive Behavior Intervention Supports, like the 3 Bs and red tickets. But because we're distance learning, we're going to start using the PBIS Rewards app so that we can recognize all the great things you're doing at home. How do I earn points? By doing the things you're supposed to be doing, like coming to Google Meets and doing your seesaw work. Let's talk more about how we can earn points for being respectful, responsible, and kind while working at home. A few ways to show respect during distance learning is by being focused and looking at the speaker during a Google Meet. You can also show respect by having yourself muted when it's not your turn to speak. You can show responsibility by identifying a quiet workspace, dedicating time to your learning, having fully charged technology, and completing your work on time. Remember, being kind is like being a bucket filler. How are you filling someone else's bucket today? Maybe by giving them some kind words or giving them a smile. Don't forget, with all those great points you earned, you can visit the school store, where you can purchase things like Bean King for the day, cool pens and erasers, and lunch with Mr. Stibbins. Let's do a quick review of the PBIS rewards. First, access the app in your Clever account. Then, show the 3 Bs in class. Earn points from your teacher, and be sure to visit the school store.
Wow, Heather, that was awesome.
Great.
That was really great.
So yeah, I think it's going to definitely get kids excited about what we're trying to do. And so now it's our turn, right? So that we can do it on our end. So to get started, all you need to do, and if you want to do this while we are going through it, you just need to pull up a new tab with your Clever account, and you should be able to click that PBIS link. Oh, and Miss Connor, welcome. I'm sorry, I don't know if you have an account yet, because I didn't have a staff ID for you. So you're going to get one soon. I just don't have it set up yet. So if you want to just kind of follow along as I present, then this whole presentation will be sent out, and you'll be able to view it and kind of walk through it again. So I apologize for that. So if you go in, and I'm actually going to...
Hey, Heather, not to be dumb, but where's the Clever thing?
Oh, so if you
'Cause I have no need for it normally.
you can log in the same, Ms. Nelson, you can log in the exact same way that you log in for Basswood. So however you log in that way, if you don't log in through Clever, you can just log in using your phone or however you normally do it.
Okay.
And really, I don't know that there's going to be much more to this meeting that will be new for you. Yeah, if you want to stay on, there might be some
I
things
do,
that
because I know nothing about this.
Oh, well, perfect. Then stay on. I'll teach you how to use it. All right. So you just need to click that link in Clever. And once you get there, it's going to open you up to the page. And I'm actually just going to follow along rather than show this presentation.
But how do I get into Clever if I ever need to?
I think it's just clever.com, Stacy, or you can go to the logins page on the district website, and then you can get there through there.
Okay.
So if you actually
I think we lost her.
We'll carry on.
We'll be like the kids on the video. Did you see a video of that, of what the kids do?
Hey, Tara, what are my login information? Is it my normal?
I think it's your normal stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Sorry,
your
mine was
network
saved.
connection.
sorry
Okay.
about that.
You're not supposed to click the hang up button.
I did. I hit the rescue button, and so I was trying to show my screen, and it sent me, and you're like, "Oh, you left the call." I'm like, "Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do." Okay, so if you just go to the Crestview website, Stacy, can you see that?
Log in.
And you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's staff portal, and it'll just take you to, the intranet, but then you can click the staff logins, and Clever is right there. So if you ever wanted to access Clever, that's where it's at. And once you're in Clever, and you can see all of this, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
we're good.
You just scroll down and find your PBIS rewards. And you can actually add this link onto any device that you have. So you can put it onto your cell phone, you can put it onto an iPad, whatever makes it easy for you to access. So once we go back to school, if having it on your phone is the easiest, then you can do that. And once you've logged in, this is what you should see, is kind of it's just the PBIS rewards. And this page here is the first way to reward points to students. So I can simply type in a student's name and it will start populating itself. And then I can click his name, and I can choose, am I giving a point for being respectful, responsible, or kind? I'm going to choose responsible. And if I want, I can put a comment in there and they'll receive the comment. But for today, I'm just going to, I'm going to award the point. And so once I've rewarded the point, it'll show he has a balance of 25 points and he's earned 25 points so far this year. That is the first and kind of the fastest way to award individual points. If you are looking to have like small groups, or if you're Stacy and Tara or Sally, you may want to award large group points. And you can do that by clicking over on this sidebar. There is a tab that says groups, and you're going to click that groups. And your groups probably looks empty. Like, so you probably don't have any of these populated. And so what you have to do in order to find the groups is, if you want to find a whole class to add, you need to scroll down to where it says synced groups and click this arrow.
Oh, yeah.
And
All ours are already on there. Well, at least mine are.
okay, great, perfect.
So Heather, when I go to Clever and I press the PBIS rewards thing, it's asking for a login for me.
Okay.
So I tried my regular school login. It's not working.
Okay. Is Sarah, Sarah, can you go in and see under Tasneem's if she has anything, and can you just maybe assign that password and just send it to her?
Tasneem, did you get to the point of choosing your school and it asked for LDAP?
Yeah, so I got in through Clever, and then I'm in Clever and I press the PBIS rewards icon, and then it takes me in, but it's asking for login information.
And you used your district login and it won't work? Okay.
Yeah.
I know
And
that
Bevan,
you,
mine didn't work on an iPad, but it does work on my other device. So I don't know if iPads are goofy.
I'm on the
Okay.
laptop.
Okay.
well, and like I said, getting people loaded into the system has not been an easy process. I mean, originally, the only people that were showing up were none of us, me included. I wasn't even showing up. Stacy, are you having the same issue by any chance? Stacy Harvey?
I wasn't trying, but I will now.
So anybody that wasn't a classroom teacher was, well, and that's not true, because like Brenda, you showed up originally, Bonnie showed up originally, but like the rest of us, everybody else that's on this list, none of us showed up in the system, like not even I did. And so Sarah had to add me. And then I reached out to the district people. They went through some of their stuff, and it's kind of just a long story. So if it doesn't work for you, just know that I am recording this and all of it will be available to you. So that you can go back in and add those groups. So once you are here, you can add, so like, I'll add one here. Who do I not have? I don't have any, I don't have kindergarten. So it's kind of a long, tedious process because you have to scroll through all of these and you have to find the classes. And so I think that's the one that I want. Yep. So you have to just find the groups that you want and then you have to add them. And once you add them, oops. See, and even I am, oh, you add them by clicking this little star up in the corner. So even I messed that up. So right there, once you add that, it will show up at the top as one of your favorites. And so let's say I'm teaching a small group. I can add a group of students. I can create a name for them. I can create what I want and then save it. And once I save that group, I can add the students that I want to that group. I probably won't make many small groups because most of what I do just involves either whole class points or individual points. But like, let's say I'm Pam Connor, that's where you could like, if you do like a small math group or like a small, you know, if I'm Tasneem and I do a small reading group, I can create that group here. All right, so once I have my groups, I can click into that group. And this is another way for me to award points. I can select all of the students if I want to give the whole class a point for being responsible or respectful. I can give them a point. So let's say they do all 3 during class and I want to give every kid all 3 points. I can do that by clicking all of these tabs and then clicking the reward. Let's say everyone was being kind except for, let's see, Olivia. Oh my gosh, she was not kind and neither was Amelia, which is so funny because that's the opposite of what they are, right? And so I can unclick them and award the point to just the people who are highlighted. That does mean though that they're not going to receive any of these points. So if you are, you know, looking to only do the kindness point, then you would want to make sure that you're only clicking that point and then awarding it. And then if you wanted to give the point for respect, then re-click in and give the reward for respect. So this is just a fast way. Like I foresee myself using this when I'm in the hallway with students and I walk class to class that is nose and toes, level 0, facing forward. And I'm like, wow, everybody's being super respectful right now. And I'm going to award the class a point. And everyone in that class will receive 1 point for following the expectations in the hallway. And so this is a way for teachers, like if I'm Tara and Stacy and all, you know, my kids show up to my Google Meet, I can quickly select all the students and then unselect the students that didn't come and then award that point for responsibility for coming to class today. And it's just a lot faster than typing in the students' names individually. So once I know how to award points, actually, sorry, I want to go back in. We are going to start Student of the Week again, and I know this doesn't pertain to a lot of you, but it does pertain to Stacy and Tara. There is a very quick and easy way for you to choose your Student of the Week. Actually, that might not work for you. But if you, let's say you wanted to pick one from each class, a different class each week, there is this random button. And it might be useful to other people too. If you know, if you're saying you need a helper and you don't want to just choose someone, you can randomly choose someone. And oops, I have to select the students. And then I can click this random button and it will just randomly give me a winner for that round. And so this is how we're having teachers choose their Student of the Week. is it'll just be in everybody because everybody's going to earn at least 1 point during the week, hopefully, unless, you know, they're not there. But that is a fast and easy way to choose a student if you need to, is that random button. Also, let's say I have a group and I have one student who's absent. I can click that student and I can click this toggle presence button, and that will gray out that student so that that student is not present for the day, so that when you do go to select those points, you're not having to unclick all of them all the time. It will stay like that for the day. And I'm not sure if it will do it across. So like if Courtney puts that in at the beginning of the day, I'm not sure if it will show up for you that way. It might. It'll be interesting to see how the system works between teachers. So I don't know that, but it is a interesting thought. Okay, so any questions about groups before we move on? All right, so the last thing that I was going to show you today is the store. And the school store right now does not look super awesome, but unless you think having lunch with Stibbins, myself, or Miss Wendy, if you are willing to have lunch with a student, please let me know. We'll add you in. Right now, obviously, the lunches will be virtual. We are going to be getting more items like cool pens and erasers for the school store. If you have items that, or if you know of somebody that is willing to donate items to our school store, we're always looking for items. We don't have a huge budget for our school store, so we are always looking for what we can get. So they will show up here. Do notice that you probably have your own individual store. It will be, if you have a student that is in your group, so like Stacy and Tara, you have your own store and kids can access it. And so when I go in under a student and I look from their view, they actually have 4 stores to choose from. And it's really just whatever groups they're assigned to. So if I am Good Luck, I go into my school store, I can see the Cardinal store, I can see my store, and then I can see Miss Favilla's store, and I can see Miss Nelson's store. If you're not going to utilize those stores, just let the students know so that they will only know to go to the school store or their classroom store.
Do they
And so I'm sorry, go ahead.
do they have a specific number of points they have to earn? How is that established?
So, yep. So in order to like buy lunch with Mr. Stibbins, right now we just have it assigned as 25 points. And that was just so that I was just learning how to use the system. So we can determine what those are going to be. If you are going to have your own school store and maybe lunch with you is going to be an option, maybe that's the only thing that's in your store and you can set the number of points that you want to value that at. Just so you guys are all aware, tangible things that we have to buy are going to be priced higher than things that are free, right? And so lunch with me is going to cost a lot less than a smelly pencil, because I want kids to have a very quick and easy way of earning something that doesn't cost and require me to send them something right now. And so
Nelson.
that isn't set up specifically. You can set up those points however you want. And that's going to be, determined by the classroom teachers on how much they want certain things to be costing students, essentially.
Nelson, we should do like a pie in the face.
That would be awesome.
One of the students at Pit Stop, her teacher did a pie in the face and she could not stop talking about it for like a week.
Oh, really? How much do you
Yeah.
think it would cost to throw a pie in your face?
Dude, that's easy. Like 10 points. Show up to class, man.
Right?
My beauty regimen, it'll cost a
I'll
lot
take a
more.
pie every day if they'll show up on a regular basis.
Keep in mind that so like Leiniger's class and Nord's class have been using this system for a week already. And if you saw, good luck in a week earned 25 points. So like it's okay to price things so that they have to earn them, right? I mean, teachers have a goal of giving out 60 points a day. Leiniger and Nord surpass that goal every day, pretty much. I've gotten, so we get an email when they go over 100 points, and we've been getting the emails that like there are days when they go over 100 points. And so it really just depends, because right now in the beginning, we literally want you to give out a point to a student every time they show up to your Google Meet. And so anytime a child comes, you can give them a point just for showing up, and then you can give them points for doing work while they're there, or saying something kind, or giving a compliment. I mean, we want you to push these out, and we want them to rack up points, and we want them to be spending them. So in the beginning, it's kind of like the beginning of the school year, right? Like you're handing out those red tickets like they're candy. We want you to hand out these points like they're, you know, going out of style. And so give them. All right, so we are coming to the end of our time, and the last thing that I want to show you is down here in the corner. There is this show me how button. And if you click that up, it's going to walk you through everything that you need to know how to do in order to run this system. So my options look a little different than your options because I have admin rights. But you can just click this and it will show you how to do it. So here it's saying I need to click this, and then I'm going to send out all the codes. Everything that you need to know how to do on this system can be learned through this process once you are able to log in, right? And so we want you to feel free to use PBIS Rewards, go in there, mess around with it. You can't mess it up, right? So anything that you do, we can undo. So if you have time and you're able and you're willing, go in there, play around with it, learn how to use it. The more that we know about the system, the more that we can do with it, and the better experience that we can offer our students with it. And so this show me how button in the corner is a great place to go if you want kind of a more guided experience. And like I said, just start at the top, click it, and it's going to prompt you and walk you through what you need to do in order to use the system and to learn how to do things on PBIS Rewards. So,
Bevins, I have a question about what kids see on their view. Do they see the names of all the different groups that they are a part of, or do they only see who's given them a point? Do we know?
I have not been able to specifically like sit down and play with it from the student view, but what I have seen is, so the slides that you saw in the video, those are, so like if I, let's see, the video that I showed at the beginning that showed the students, sorry, I'm trying to find it. So let me. So this, you can see it, right, Sally? Can you see the tab, Sally?
Yes, I can. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. All right, so this is their view, obviously, when they're in Clever, right? And then once they click that app, it's going to change to this view. So it looks like, and eventually their picture will be here so that they, so that if I'm a student that can't read my own name, which their name shows up here, and then their picture will be here, it will show the balance. It will show how many points they've earned that day. And then it tells them this is the period, and then this is the year or grade that they're in. It will show them the date. And I think right here, there is like a little calendar that they can click, and it will show them how many points they earned on each day. And then they can click this view my points detail, and I think that will take them in, and it will show them who awarded the points and any comments that were given. And then I think that once they click this Activate Student App Enhanced Features, that takes them then to this, where they can access the school store. And when they click that, this isn't the page they actually come to. They will come to a page that will list, I think it's a list that's similar to like how our items that are listed there for the lunch. It's a list of the different school stores that they have access to. So like you could set up a media school store where like we give away books and bookmarks, or lunch with you, or lunch with Mr. I mean, like the possibilities are endless, right? Of, maybe they want to be a helper in the media center. We are open to ideas of how we can reward students, and we don't want to limit that. So yeah. Other than that, I don't know what the student view looks like because I haven't been able to have access to it, essentially. Because when I log in, it logs in as me. I guess if you want to know more about kind of what it looks like from a student view, I guess I would maybe reach out to a teacher and just see if they can log in. I know that they can log in, as that's how I got those pictures, was from Caitlin Leiniger. So she just uses her iPad and logs in as a student because she has all their login information.
Hey, Bevins, I got a question. So if I set up my own store and I say, let's say 25 tickets to have extra gym time when we get back to school, can they use tickets from anywhere that they got them, or is it just from me?
Anywhere.
Okay, perfect.
And you can actually put that in your school store right now, Stacy. There is an option in there to click so that it says out of stock, so that they'll see it like, hey, this is something you can earn for later, but right now, because we're not in school and I can't give you extra gym time, it's out of stock. And so then once we're back in to the building, you can put that back in stock, and then they'll be able to start populating it. But at least then they know that it's there and it's something that they can start earning.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed that when I was showing the school store, I had like Crestview t-shirts as an option. So Caitlin Leiniger had created a bunch of those Crestview t-shirts for bingo last year, and we have like a whole box of them. And I thought, okay, well, we could use that, right, as a school store prize, and just prize, and we can set the limit of tickets higher so that, like when a kid, and maybe we do it where they get to choose what the t-shirt looks like. They can choose the color, they can choose the print that we're going to put on it. I mean, those are things that are, easily done, because we have the Cricut and we have, the capabilities of making our own t-shirts. And so, Yeah, so we have a lot of possibilities. We just have to be creative and think about them and get them out there to the students. So that's all I have for you. I apologize that we went a little bit over, but I hope that this time was useful, and I hope you learned how to use the program. And we are doing like a soft launch next week. So if you want to start using it with students next week, feel free. Otherwise, we're doing a full launch starting when we come back from winter break. The students, some of the students know that they are already earning points. Some of the students don't. But you can go ahead and start handing those points out even if they don't know what they are yet. And we're going to send that that student intro video out January 4th. So that will get pushed out to them when we come back from winter break. So thank you. I appreciate your time. Have a great day. And feel free to reach out to me if you get back from winter break and you're like, I have no idea. I don't remember how to do this. This email will be, or this recording will be sent out, but if you want more individualized, just feel free to email myself or Sarah or Sean. Well, maybe not Sean. He hasn't spent as much time with it, but he also has, the ability to help if needed. So.
And let me know if you or anybody else that you come in contact with can't get in.
Yes.
Login issues. I can work with the district on it. Otherwise, I can just manually do it as well.
And Stacy, Harvey, were you able to get in?
Yes, I was able to get in. And so if you, what was your specific question about my view?
No, I was just wondering if you were able to get in because you, Megan, Tasneem, myself, we weren't originally in like the first push out. So for whatever reason, and I'm thinking it has to do with the fact that we didn't have, we're teachers, but we don't have kids assigned to us.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I was just wondering if it worked for you. Then it makes me wonder, why isn't it working for Megan and Tasneem, right? Because they do show up as so then eventually they did another push out and we showed up in that push out, but then why isn't it working for them? And so we're working with the district. Like I said, none of our ESPs are showing up. On the district end, it's showing that they have 100 people enrolled, but on Sarah's end and my end, it's only showing 35. Well, I think we were up to 41 now. So it's really strange, and we're gonna work through it, and everyone will get access. So I'm glad to hear it's working for you. And if it's not working for you, please do send either Sarah or myself an email, and we will get you figured out individually. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Hey, Bevins, I have a question for you.
Yep.
After everyone leaves, it's not pertaining to Clever or whatever it is. PBIS.
So you want me to leave, Avila?
You can say you probably have the same question as I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just wondering, and I just want to hear your opinion too, or what your experience is. And I'm sure this is happening across the board, but I have just not, there are certain classes where I'm having consistent attendance, right?